created to help women and young girls fill up their cups. Oftentimes, we are so focused on helping and supporting others that we forget to take care of ourselves too. I'm super excited on today's episode, our first live podcast. We have Donna Fisher. She's going to be sharing with us how to build your brand as a woman entrepreneur. But first, I want to wish you all a happy Resurrection Sunday. And I pray that if you don't know God for yourself, his abundant love, grace, and mercy, that you get to know him for yourself. All right. So if you don't know who Donna Fisher is, I'm going to give you a little sneak peek. So she is the founder of CTY Fitness and co-creator of Commit Dance Fitness. And if you don't know what Commit Dance Fitness is, you've been under a rock. Commit Dance Fitness started in 2014 as a place for dance fitness instructors to teach their classes. And now it is a community of instructors teaching Commit Dance Fitness in their local studios and gyms. Right now, as of today, Commit Dance Fitness has licensed instructors in 35 of the 50 United States. They are also in Guam, Serbia, and Japan, which puts them on 3 of the 7 continents, and it continues to grow. I am a proud Commit instructor. I've been teaching Commit Dance Fitness for 2 years, and I've had the pleasure of learning from Donna, dancing with her, celebrating with her, and committing to the process with her. So today, Donna is going to share with us how she built her brand as a woman entrepreneur. So we're going to turn it over to Donna so she can tell us how it all started for her.
Hi, how are you doing, Teresa? Thank you so much.
I'm doing wonderful.
For having me on here. Wow, this is huge. This is huge. So what is it that you want me to talk about, man? There's like so much that goes into CTY and where we started. We started back in 2014. I was a trainer with another organization, and I had my students at the time become licensed, and we didn't have anywhere for them to teach. The program itself that we were teaching was still pretty new, so it was really on our responsibility to make sure that we found locations to teach at. And I didn't want their licensing to go to waste. You know, it's just, they're phenomenal creators. Today, a lot of the choreography that we do in Commit is due to them and their just inspiration, innovation, and just artistry. So at that time, my sister drove by an event center and was like, "Hey, Donna, I think I found this location for you. The cost is really good. You just have to pay an hourly rate. What do you say?" And I'm like, "Heck yeah, why not? Why not? You just never know unless you do it." So with that, talked to the instructors, you know, my team, our core team in Commit, and they were all on board. So we had classes Monday through Friday. We held events. And at that time, CTY, we were just a family. I mean, we really are family. They're my sisters. They're my brothers. And something had come to me because I just keep thinking about them so much at that moment. And they were so committed to me and my journey and what I was doing, and so supportive. And they showed up to everything that I did, no matter what it was. Honestly, like, "Donna, we're there no matter what." And it's like their commitment to me was so powerful and so strong that I was like, I am going to commit to you, you know, in the general sense of like everything that you have going on, no matter what you do, I am by your side. We're in this together. And so, yeah, I mean, CTY 2014, just teaching classes, to 2017, we had individuals reaching out asking for licensing. Like, what are you doing? What is CTY? What is this? Like, can we be a part of it? Can we get the choreography that we saw on the live video? And I reached out to Jessica, my sister, and I was like, "Hey, there's something happening here. And I don't know what it is. I don't understand it, but I don't think that we have to ignore it. I really feel that when something is like placed in your life, when there's a calling on your heart, like you have to see it through, good or bad, because
Right.
You just never know. But I do believe that when you are in a space of silence and stillness, that you know exactly where you're supposed to go. And the vision was just too great. Like, I could see so much happening just when I had talked to Jessica. I said, "Hey, I feel like we've got something here. Let's do it." We talked to Quandi, and Quandi was like, I'm in. What do we do? We sat down at a table with our core team, and I was like, hey, you guys, we're going to start licensing instructors. And they were like, you're doing what? At the dinner table. And they said, Donna, wow, because so many of the conversations, I mean, I remember after class, Marlena and I would be walking to the cars, and I'd be like creating choreography with her as we're walking to the car. And I'm like, I know that there's something here. Like, do you want to go into business with me? And she's like, no, like, no, like we ain't doing it. Like, you crazy. Like, there's already too much going on. So if anything, their trust in me to support and be a part of the growth of it was everything. Mertrice would always just like laugh at my ideas. She's just like, girl, like, what are you talking about right now? Like, you're so all over the place. Like, can we just reel you back in? But the thing that was so great is that even in those moments when the team would say to me, like, Donna, calm down. Like, you need to bring it down. They never really like had me calm down. Like, I would just go ahead. I hear you guys. I know that you're saying like, maybe I'm trying to be like too much, but man, be too much. Be too much, because at the end of the day, if you do not follow through with what is like pulling you, then you are going to live every single day with regret, and they supported everything, literally everything. Sometimes I had to drag them with me, but they still came.
But they got there.
Still, Day, Trey, Quandi too. Sometimes she's just like, what are we doing right now? But
that's so awesome.
They go hard. So yeah, 2017, Quandi and I took it upon ourselves to fly to Vegas. And we had our core team, and then we had our instructors from Las Vegas. They had reached out. They actually had an opportunity, which I'm going to share. I don't know if they've shared this with so many people, but an opportunity to like create their own program underneath the LVAC umbrella. And they said, Donna, Quandi, we want to teach CTY. We want to teach it. We don't want to create our own. We want to do what you're doing. We want to be with you. And that, like, I'm going to start crying because what? Like, you were given an opportunity to do something great because you're great. Right. And you believe in us that much that you're going to, girl, powerful stuff. So again, they were so committed to us. We have to commit to them. Have to. There's no option. There is absolutely no option after that. So we called Jessica. Hey, Jessica, we're going to fly to Vegas and license 13 instructors from Vegas. And she's like, you're going to do what? We don't even have a licensing program.
We're going to create one.
There's no curriculum. And all I said was to her, I said, it's fine. We have choreography on Vimeo. We already started our YouTube channel. They have choreography, and we will figure out what a commit class will look like as we go. But whatever it is we're doing, the opportunity is now. LVAC is going to let them use Commit's name. Like, I'm not shutting that down. LVAC is huge in Vegas. And then we also have our team here in Washington. Like, girl, if you're if you're on the right path, opportunities present themselves. Like, you don't have to go seeking them out if you are doing what's right and what's right with, with our God. So I'm just saying, like, if you are obedient and you listen and you follow through with your heart, girl, like, listen.
Absolutely.
Sorry.
I think it's me goosebumps.
Girl, reel me in.
I got you. All right. So great intro. I love it. I learned something. Like I said, I'm always learning and growing. I did not know that about the Vegas team. They are fire. I love them. Absolutely. Every one of them. So what was the
house? Listen, like,
oh my gosh.
A piece of paper that says, I am a commit instructor. Sign your name.
Oh my goodness.
It was like signing a contract on a napkin. It was like,
oh my gosh.
Oh,
nothing
man.
formal, just like you're in. Sign here.
It's still like why I do what I do every day. Like just those moments just make it what it is. So yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, in all that, what would you say was the most challenging step in starting your own brand? There's lots of challenges when you're starting out, a small business owner, or starting your brand to build it. What do you think was the most challenging?
The most challenging is me believing in myself. Oh, absolutely. And that's an everyday battle. That's an everyday conversation. That's an everyday. So there's no cussing, right? But like, you
can cuss. This is an explicit podcast. You just speak your mind, sister.
Okay. But seriously, like, I don't know. It's believing in myself. It is silencing the monsters that creep into my mind that continually want to shut me down. That I don't know if this is true for so many people, but for myself, there was always something that I knew I had to be doing. There was always something like inside of me that was like calling on me, like, I'm prepping you. I'm preparing you for what is to come, Donna. And I need you to keep fighting for it. And in prayer and meditation, when I would allow my mind to silence, because mind you, I am, which is like recently discovered, I have ADHD. So if you can imagine, there's like so many different pathways and 5 bajillion different phrases and words and things that are coming through my mind to halt me and to stop me from the direction I'm supposed to go. So negativity is there too, because, I so bad, honestly, like was seeking validation, like growing up, but I felt like I was just never like hitting the mark. And so that's definitely something that I battle with every single day. Like I needed to be the one getting the gold star. I needed to be first chair in band. I needed to be like the one who did the most jump ropes during Jump Rope for Heart Month. Like, and I needed
I remember that.
I needed to read the most books so that way I could get the pizza party. But girl, I don't read. You know what I mean? Like, it's not what I do.
You was just doing it for the pizza.
Judy Blume, was like my jam. Babysitter's Club, like give me that.
Oh, I love those books. Yes, I love those books though. Not just for the pizza.
But those types of things, like, I would put myself in positions where I was doing things I didn't like at all, like that were not my nature. But to come to find out, like those things helped me to be who I am today, so a competitive spirit with myself, like I'm fighting for this for me, and how am I going to do it? So yeah, every single day is like just believing in me and knowing that I'm worthy of it, knowing that I deserve it, knowing that if I wasn't meant to do it, it wouldn't be. So awesome. The imposter syndrome is real. I don't believe that, the Lord is going to put you in a position of work. This is his work. I'm calling on individuals to spread love, to spread, passion, to spread health and wellness, to spread, get off the couch, like you have to take care of you for you. So that way you can take care of your family as women, right? We have so many people that we take care of, but if we're not taking care of ourselves and being obedient to what's calling on our hearts, because we're not our only nurturers, caretakers, but we're healers, and we're healers within God's realm. So like, there's just so much that happens, in that space. So every single day, bitch, get up.
Awesome.
What to do.
All right. My next question is around marketing. So if you could share some key marketing tips that you would recommend to new entrepreneurs to take advantage of, what would a couple of those marketing tips be?
Get yourself a Jessica Black and Wendy, a Molly Hart.
Molly's actually listening. Molly's in the chat.
Okay, so marketing itself, it can mean so many different things. If we're talking about on like the business side of it and like the step-by-step stuff you have to do. You and I actually touched on it a little bit. Like when you're beginning something, go for the things that are free, and if you can invest in different programs that are actually going to bring better quality to what you have, then obviously go in that direction. Take the time to learn as much as you can about all of the different applications and programs that are available to you within the marketing realm. And then also too, marketing yourself, just be yourself, show up as yourself. There are so many copycats out there, so many watered down versions of everything. I mean, I guess the easiest thing to think of is let's talk about fast food restaurants, right? So there's McDonald's, there's Burger King, there's Hardee's, there's Wendy's, there's so many different versions of the same thing.
Yep.
So, but they also have specific items on their menus that the other restaurants don't have, like their secret sauce, right? So just making sure that whatever you do, you share so much of yourself, but don't share everything either, outside of your most authentic being. I'm nuts, I'm crazy, I'm all over the place. And these are words that people have said to me. So do I think I'm nuts? Do I think I'm crazy? Well, maybe there's a part of me that believes that, but I'm going to be crazy because I know that I have to be here and I have to do it. So if you think I'm crazy, that's awesome. And I hope that it's in a positive way, and that you want to join my crazy because we've got so much work to do. We've got
the crazy is lit. The crazy is lit with commit. All right. So next, I did some research and Forbes shared some tips that are recommended specifically for women entrepreneurs. And you touched on some of them. But with regard to personal branding, they said you got to know your audience. Absolutely. You have to be authentic. You have to tell a story. You have to curate your image. And you have to choose your ventures. So which of these tips resonates with you and why?
Man, all of them. All of them. Knowing your audience is absolutely important. I know my personal demographic. I know the individuals that I'm able to touch and connect with one-on-one. Our brand Commit is about each individual having the opportunity to share their experience and develop a relationship and connect with individuals who are like-minded, and then also to spreading love, right? So absolutely, that's huge. And that also goes into what we do. We're trying to create a successful class setting where individuals who do come in for the first time, they feel successful right off the gate. They're going to come back because it's all about retention. It's all about holding on and committing to those people who are in the room and then bringing them back, right? Being authentic. I mean, there's no other way to be. So, who you are in your truest self is going to touch somebody's life. So do not water yourself down. Do not mimic, copy, and or use phrases that anyone else would. It's not even why would you do that to yourself? Because now you're limiting who you can reach out to. If you silence yourself, silence the world, your truest self is always going to show up. So when you have the opportunity to be present in spaces where there's so many different energies and so many different personalities, be you, and you are going to always be successful. If you're copying somebody else, you are going to fade out. It's just what it is. Right now, we're telling stories, we're sharing journeys, we're creating experiences where, whoever is going to be listening in, maybe there's something that's going to be said today that will resonate with them, and inspire them. So Absolutely. My story is mine, but I know that I'm not the only human being on this planet. So my story is definitely similar to other women who, were called on to start something new. You and I share just a little bit with you, and your experience and, you doing so many different things. There's just something called on to you. It's just been phenomenal. And choosing your ventures. Not every opportunity is the right opportunity. Not every opportunity is the right opportunity. So definitely just taking time to think about it, sit in it. You're not always going to choose the right path, but that's okay. If you don't burn bridges, you'll have an opportunity to maybe be invited another opportunity, and or you create your own. I think that's the biggest part, is like, if you want to do this, if you want whatever it is, and when I say if you want to do this, whatever it is that's calling you, do it. Create that opportunity for yourself.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We do have a couple people that are watching us live. So if you guys have any questions for Donna, please post them in the chat. If you have questions for me, please post them in the chat. All right. I'm going to check and make sure we don't have any questions online here, Donna, before we continue. Let's see. I have so many devices going. Trying to keep up here. Let's see. No, we don't have anything.
Team is on their way, Teresa.
I know, right? I need a whole production squad. No questions yet. So we're going to continue on. My next question is there a chance? Oh, I read that wrong. Boop. Yeah, we're live. We're gonna make mistakes, and I'm all good. I was beating myself up earlier when me and Donna were getting ready for this, but she said we're gonna just go with the flow, so that's what we're doing. Is there anything that you would have done differently in your journey becoming a woman entrepreneur, if given the chance? So anything that you would have done differently if given the chance?
The only thing that I would do differently is stop listening to the advice of people who are not doing what I'm doing. Everybody has an opinion. Everybody feels that their way is the right way, or, they are even thinking like, hey, maybe this is good advice for you to help you, on your journey. But it's like, stop listening to the opinion of others, but then also to like, stop sharing what I'm doing before I'm ready to execute it, because I am such a people pleaser. I easily will change something that I know is like, okay, this is what I want to do, but I will easily change it because somebody had gotten into my, my ear and like, was like, hey, Donna, what if you do this? And it's like, but that's not me. That's not true to who I am. So now what I'm presenting is a watered down version of me with a splash of, this advice. And I have to go back and just do me, so always follow through with what's set on your heart first, and then, go back to the drawing table, but don't be at that drawing table adding in colors from like, 5 different, people. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that really resonates with me. One of my other friends shared the same thing. She was like, just go for what do what you want to do. It's great to get advice from everyone, but everyone's not going to see the vision that you have. And it's like you said, if you present something else that's not authentically you, then that's what people are going to remember is what you presented, and that's not your full self. So
yeah, that's one of the biggest pieces, especially entrepreneurs. Like, so many people see somebody doing something great and they're like, wow, that is great. I want to do that. I want to do what they're doing. But why do you want to do what they're doing when it wasn't something that was set on you? You could be doing something so much greater if you would just go within. Stop looking out. Stop looking out. Stop looking is what I say. Go inside. Go here. Yeah.
Awesome. What are you most proud of being a woman entrepreneur? And I know that might be a long answer, but that's okay. What are you most proud of?
Space and time. I appreciate you. Your girl can. Okay. So the thing that I'm most proud of being a woman entrepreneur, man, it's so weird to even say that, because it's like this brand, this business, this company, this movement, this experience, like I was a part of an idea. Like, it was just an idea. It was a seed, everyone else that has come into my life, that has come into this journey, is what makes it what it is. And it's not even something that I purposely am doing, right? So to know that they want to be a part of it, I think is what I'm most proud of. because outside of like how people feel about like me, even on a personal level, like they might be like, Donna's like not my jam. Like I wouldn't go to dinner with her and like shoot the, like, no, I'm not going to call her for a movie, but they believe in the bigger picture. They believe in what it is that we're trying to do, in the hopes of, helping to change lives through dance, right? And fitness. It's amazing because the dance fitness part is the platform. That's the opportunity to be able to connect with people. That's what is bringing people into, safe spaces. And then, so yeah, I think what I'm most proud of is that they just want to be a part of it. And I get to be a part of creating opportunities for them to continue being a part of it. So yeah, that's it.
Awesome. What would you say is the most important key to having a successful brand? If you can pick one thing that's important key.
Love and people.
Love.
Yeah. So they go hand in hand. Love and people. Without the people, you have nothing. Without the love of the people and the love they have for one another, you have nothing. Without the love of the individuals loving what they do, you have nothing. So, I mean, I'm not a solo show. Forget it. I cannot do what my core team does with creating choreography. I cannot do what my creative team does when they're creating content for the vault for our new instructors. I cannot do what my trainers do when they're out there touching lives and inspiring people to become instructors. Like, no, without love and without people, man, there's nothing. There's nothing to a brand. Nothing. Absolutely nothing to it. Yeah.
All right. Well, this podcast was created to, like I said in the intro, to help fill up women and young girls' cups. So what is something that Donna Fisher does to fill up her own cup?
I drink coffee.
Just like coffee, besides coffee.
This is something that for others, when they have shared this part of who I am, when I talk about like what I do to fill my cup, this fills my cup. Commit fills my cup. Whew. It is my life. It is my heart. It is why I'm on this earth. And I have my family, I have my children. But man, this is why I'm alive. And I know it sounds so like, for some people, it could be so like overwhelming. But imagine what it feels like to be inside of here.
Right.
That's overwhelming to know that for some people, my fuel is commit. My fuel is the instructors. My fuel is my team. My fuel is my sister.
Yes.
Her journey and her life will never be for naught. She battles for her life every single day.
Yes.
I'm not going to let this go away. So no matter how many times I hear somebody say like, Donna, you don't have like work-life balance. You're not able to, it's like you're not. Well,
right.
Fuck
it's okay.
Because you're not doing what I'm doing. You're not walking in my shoes. You're not living this life. You're not having to wake up every single day with this mind and this heart. So I don't care if you think that I don't have work-life balance, because this is me getting to do work that I love. How many people get to show up to a job that they actually love, that they are
There's
actually
not many
to do? Like, man, I went and got Starbucks coffee the other day, and I could tell that the person who took my order just on the call was miserable. That's not where they wanted to be. And when I pulled up to grab my cup, which I love some nitro, hand it over. Like, just not there. I love what I get to do. And to be able to do this, if I didn't get to do it, I get to love on my family because I do this. I get to spend time with my kids and show up in love with my children because I get to do this. I get to show up in love with my friends because I get to do this. So, yeah.
Yeah,
Not
absolutely.
ever anyone
I have
else.
people always tell me the same thing, that like my calendar's too booked. You got too much going on. How do you do this? But like you said, we only get one life and we have to live it.
Yeah,
You may be tired some days, but
yeah. I mean, there are some
you're
days
doing what you love.
you have to like decompress, right? Because
Yes.
there's a lot of elements to what we do too. I mean, social media honestly is not one of my favorite places to be. I know that it is like absolutely needed. Like it
Right.
is a part of what we do, right? Because everyone has their computer in their hand and they're
Yep.
scrolling. So if they're taking 2 seconds to scroll, I want them to see something commit, on their feed. I want them to see a video about what we're doing. I want them to see the work that we're putting into the community and how we're changing lives. So yeah, it's not a fun part of the job. That's not what feeds me, but I
Right.
know that that's what's going to provide what does feed me. So,
Right.
we have to do things that we don't always want to do in order to be able to do what we want to do. So, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. So is there anything else that you want to share with the people while you have them? I know we only have 5 people that are watching us live. No one in the chat
Thank
had
you
any
for
questions.
supporting us.
I don't know if I could see everyone's name, but I know when I asked to make sure they can hear it, everything, we have Molly, Carrie, and Sue that are here with us. So is there anything else that you want to share while you have this audience? I will be posting this for replay as well. So anything else that you want to share about building your brand as a woman entrepreneur or being a woman entrepreneur?
Just show up. Do you. Don't be a copycat of what else is going on out there. Man, oh man, oh man. Show up in your most authentic self, because you yourself were given by God, by the universe, by the powers that be, your own lives that you were meant to touch and share. So when you're trying to do what somebody else is doing, you are slowing down the journey to the connection of the people that you are supposed to be with. Your community, right? My community is not your community. So please don't try to join this party. Well, I mean, please join the party. Come join us. That's not what I was trying to say.
Yes, come join us.
If you're going to embark on anything that feeds your spirit, make sure that you're feeding your spirit. Like, listen to yourself, follow your heart, and then, of course, live your dreams out loud. Do it.
Yes.
Loud and proud.
So Sue says, love you, Donna. You're an inspiration. Never change.
I love you too, Sue.
All right. Thank you so much, Donna. We're going to close out here. Let me just make sure I don't forget our announcements that we have to share. All right. Today we talked with Donna Fisher about building your brand as a woman entrepreneur. Donna, you have shared some great insights, and I so appreciate you for being my first live podcast guest. Yay!
For having me.
We want to thank everyone that joined us on the live and that will be watching the replay. I enjoy, like I said in the beginning, being part of the Commit family. I'm just so happy to have got to meet you and know you and learn more from you. And I'm about to put in some plugs because that's what we do. Like Donna said, we got you. So we gotta share what's coming up. So Arizona, if you're in Arizona, the Commit family is doing the annual White Black Party Labor Day celebration taking place September 1st through the 4th here in Arizona. So make sure you follow to find out how you can join us. I will be there on one of the instructor teams representing AZ.
Let's go.
For all things Commit Dance Fitness, follow Commit Dance Fitness on Instagram, CTY Fitness on Facebook. Also, Donna, myself, and some other amazing instructors will be presenting at Gains Fit Retreat, Las Vegas, September 14th through the 17th. So get your tickets for that. And Miss Donna will be in Cancun at the Gains Fit Retreat, November 2nd through the 5th. I won't be there, but she will. So you can.
Can I talk on that just really quick?
Yes, go ahead.
So Cancun is going to be presented, well, Commit will be presented by our Commit trainer, Miranda. Miranda is
okay then.
for the party. And if y'all know, that woman does not play.
Yes.
So get your tickets and go rock it out with her. Yep.
Yay. Thanks for that update. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
So again, Donna, thank you so much for being my first live podcast host. Everybody tune in next week. We're going to be talking about building a squad. As Donna has alluded to in her interview today, you got to have a squad behind you. I'm going to talk to you about how you can build. Everyone's not perfect, so I'm not going to say the perfect squad because we all have flaws, but we're going to talk about building a squad and how to have that team together so that you guys can rock out and reach your goals. You have been listening to the Infuse You podcast, and I hope that something was said today that will help you along your life journey. Until next time, continue to do you, be you, and be blessed. Peace.
Bye.